welcome back to another seriously serious episode, everyone. We're doing this at 3 a.m. because I have been wronged. I have been wronged and I made a mistake. Today, we're talking about the worst mechanic in Dokkan. Now, you might be thinking, oh, we already know what the worst mechanic is. It's locking, of course. Have you been in the Goku Black and Zamasu fight? Yes, I have. However, what do I do? I raise you damage thresholds. What do you think? This is not a Tech Vegio ruin the game situation, right? This guy, maybe, Amatsu realized, Vegito might get cooked, so we'll give him 200 million HP. Not like that Trunks, he's different. Now that I think about it, it's not the fact that Vegito would get cooked, because, he wouldn't, right? So put him in slot 2, he's fine. But it's because Broly does 3 supers in a turn, right? And he only does 6 attacks. So you use the active skill, and Vegito's basically useless there. In my opinion, that's how they should do things, right? If they really want to power creep him, don't screw over the rest of the game. Just make the bosses not attack so much. That's all you gotta do. They got it right with this guy. But instead, what they did is they gave him a damage threshold. The worst of the worst bosses had this. Fusion Zamasu, Beast Gohan, and now this Broly. It's been around, it's been here and there, but this one, I feel like it's hurt me the most. So, I have the files what the? Oh, these were just the testing. I have the files pulled up. So, first things first, I'll just take a look at this. Now, Omega Shenron might be the best release in Dokkan history. He might just be. Oh no, this is the wrong one. That's the movie bosses one. This is the other one. This was the physical mission, and I'm not lying. Omega Shenron might be the best release in Dokkan history. Look at this. Look at my man. We're already starting off with he's already grinding it in. Already hit that counter. Yep. Thank you, Omega. And we're hitting with the Buhan, right? So we had to use Buhan because, Extreme Physical is garbage, right? It's just, I don't know what they were doing with those guys. Everyone's easy aid. Everyone's super easy aid. No new releases except Omega. The physical Rose clone. It's look, and it just hurts you, man. It just hurts. It hurts. And Goku Black, let me tell you, does he die here? I think he does. Ooh, yeah, he does, yeah. So it's you see I was using Goku Black, and you're thinking, oh, why are you using Goku Black against an STR enemy? I don't know. Why am I using Goku Black against an STR enemy? Let's take a look at Extreme Physical, shall we? This is we just got a major Extreme Physical buff in Omega, so he really cuts down the difficulty. But if we search Fizz, we've been here before. We somehow Extreme Physical again. We search Physical. We do, where do I go Extreme, right? Because obviously with Omega, you have to have a full Extreme team. So, Broly, he does melee supers. So, he's a no-go. Can't use those two. This guy is a hell no. They're on the team. This guy's got some dodge. This guy's got the counter. I don't know about this guy. This guy got his nullification. And Tao, I do not have Tao. Spopovich, we're not bringing Spopovich. The Rose clones, you need the clones. And from here, it's just nothing, right? There's nothing here. So yeah, it's not just Extreme Physical. I feel like we need more physical units in general. If we look at the super side, I think the super side is actually a little bit better. Yeah, we've got Gohan, the trio, although they're aged. This guy got the Super Saiyan 4s. You got... not really. Dame Vegeta and Vegeta. I don't really know. Glorio's there? Like you're scrolling through, and it's like not really. I mean, Kid Goku. We're not counting Fasha, right? Because Pepe Gaz doesn't have a leader. This guy's got his EZA. You know, you have this guy who maybe you could use him. Well, I'm not so sure. This guy's nowhere to be seen because he doesn't have his EZA. They've got some dodge, although it's low chance starting off. And you know, the rest of these just like, okay, you know, we're not really. Or the physical Vegito Blue, yeah, this guy. You know, physical Pan's there. You know, Kaioken, if you really want, he's got some dodge, right? But like physical, it's only like the super side, and even recently, it's really just been usable. You know, Khalifa's here as well. But like the extreme physical, they really do need to just they need to hammer out extreme physical. Not gonna lie, I'm talking easy A's. I'm talking new units, right? Omega and Tau. That's not enough, right? It's not enough. What we need is not Spopovich. This guy, please easy A him, please. Anyway, we'll continue with this. So yeah, we were using Goku Black. You see, here's the team, right? I basically had no one else, so that's why we had to bring this guy. And you'll see a special guest with the Rainbow Star, Metal Cooler. Now, if we skip along, I'm pretty sure we hit a few damage threshold moments here. Let's see. Yep, there you go. So it's like they got their guaranteed dodge. So that's why they're in slot 1. But it's so disheartening to see that you do nothing. I mean, just look at Broly. He's absolutely shocked. All that and we did 0 damage? You know, it's like with locking. At least you get locked. Maybe you can sensu bean. There is a way around it. But with this, even a crit build doesn't save you. You know, it's like right there. You can crit, but if you're not doing enough damage, it just does nothing. Now, of course, here is Mr. Omega Shenron. Look at what he does. Oh, okay. But it's because we didn't hit 24 key. You know, the orbs were bad, things like that. You know, he crits down. He's still good, so good. And then he hits us with the counter. You can't touch him. Man said, grind it in, grind it in, grind it in. And he does nothing. Yep. And he does nothing. The worst mechanic in the game, people. What makes it so bad to me is the fact that they don't tell you. They don't tell you. This doesn't say reduces damage below 3 million or however, you know? Goku and Frieza, they don't say reduce damage 10 million to do damage. The game just says good luck, hope you crit, you know? Don't bring a physical unit, right? Do not bring a physical unit. But then they put in a physical mission. Makes sense. Now, once again, we have to state the obvious. Omega Shenron makes this easy. He makes this easy. Absolute cinema. Speaking of cinema, we have the movie boss right here. Talking Metal Cooler. Now, I'm just going to let this play. I'm pretty sure we do some damage here. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good time. This is a good time. So yeah, Omega doesn't nullify this, but he doesn't take any damage, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, he's just that good, right? 53 for the friend. Yeah. The Demon Death Ball. I'm pretty sure this crits. Yeah, he just shaves health bars off him. Oh my goodness. He's insane. He's insane. This is going to be my number 1 pick. Please, if you have your red coins, save them for Omega. If you don't have Omega, because what he does, look at this, Buhan does nothing. He tries his best with a double super, and it's probably going to do nothing. Everyone says so long, and he does nothing. How incredible, you know, the best mechanic in the game, people. And here's Metal Cooler. Uneasy aid, by the way, because they just won't easy aid physical units these days. Don't know what's going on. And another 0. He hits the double super like there's more of him. There's 2 of him. Hit him with the full metal avalanche. Ooh, that's tough. But then he does the unthinkable and he nullifies. Yes. You know, one thing that's interesting is that for Omega, you saw the flash, right? You saw like the black flash, right? Before, before he grinds it in, right? If we take a look. So let's skip 2 seconds, right? So here's Omega, once again going in. Thank you. So we delete that. You saw that. You saw that flash. You definitely saw that flash. In case you didn't, maybe we could see one here. Oh no, it must be like back here. Anyway, the point is, you know what I'm talking about. Like the flash, you've seen it with, counters with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, same deal. But with Metal Cooler, his doesn't do that. So it's like, I really thought he'd die here. I thought we were cooked. I really thought it was over. But he came in, and it's quite scary. It's really quite scary. Because this isn't guaranteed. This is a 70% chance. So he could just instantly die. But instead, and look how much damage he takes. Instead, he nullifies it. Thank you, Metal Cooler. So my man took like 72k. Not even that bad. I'm pretty sure we could speed this up, can't we? Yeah, we can. So let's do ×2 speed. Oh, 0 point. Oh no, this is ×2 speed. Okay. So we're just watching this together, right? This is just an episode of us watching this together. Broly, Chi-Lan, never guaranteed dodge. Now they're not here for their attack stat at all. They're here because we need another physical unit. But I mean, it is really quite sad, don't you think? Don't you think? It's to be expected, but like it is, So Omega, I think he just puts them away, doesn't he? Maybe. No, he doesn't. Here's Goku Black. But yeah, and Broly spares us and he doesn't super. Here we go. Thank you. So here's Buhan, hit us with the big bad bosses. It's over for Broly. It's over. Amatsu cannot stop me. Not when the Omega train has left the station, right? Not when the Omega train has left the station. And dude, I don't even stop there. I go and I claim the mission, right? There you go. Easy as pie. Now, we get to the second half, which is why I made this video. The movie bosses run. Now, with the movie bosses run, you can't use Omega shenanigans. You can't break his attacks. No guaranteed crit 24 key. And this was a moment, people. This was a moment. I knew I had to restart the turn because just look at this. Broly, Chi-Lan, and Lamo coming in with their guaranteed dodge, by the way. We'll pass through. So I am using a friend, Frieza and Gogeta, because I didn't pull them, right? Yeah, ×2 speed. And like, just look at this. Nothing. They're doing nothing. Now, am I expecting them to do nothing? Once again, I'm not expecting them to do anything because they're, type advantage. And Gogeta comes in, hits us with a double super. One thing I do like is that when you look at Gogeta's, where was this? Let's speed this up. Let's do ×1. When you look at Gogeta's super, right? It's like when he runs in, it's like it reminds me of the Drewski dance. Like if you guys seen like, I think it's like the Vigor AI thing. It's like you can just put someone over that, right? I just think it's really funny, right? I like. Do you think that's funny? Anyway, we'll ×2 speed this. It does like a little like slow down before it speeds up. So 27 million for Gogeta. Here we go, and the dodge chance. 53 for my main man Broly, Tech Broly. And then he hits us with normals, right? Even my man Broly's doing no damage. He's taking no damage, but he's doing no damage. And I was wondering what to do here because I realized it was the 5th turn. And, this is turn 6, right? Turn 6. And, yeah, I was looking at, like, the kit because Broly actually lost his 26% damage reduction. But luckily for us, Broly didn't actually super before we did. So 26 mil on Tech Broly. Nice one. And this is where it gets frustrating, right? This is where it gets frustrating. So of course, we get hit with the barrage, does nothing. I'm talking like a football commentator here. Anyway, Savage Blaster, absolute zero. My man's taking punches, easy. Janemba hits him with that, nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. And so I thought to myself, it'd be a great idea. Let's get full power Broly in here. The battle motion, haven't seen that in a while. And now Dokkan player, natural instinct. I don't read, right? I don't read. The one time I don't read Gogeta's kit, and I forgot he had the high chance to dodge. I really did. I read the kit, but what I was looking for is I was looking to see if they support, right? I was looking to see if we had a Muri bosses or Muri heroes 30% attack and defense, something like that. So you see, I'm reading the kit, but I wasn't really reading it. It's like I wasn't pulling an Iron Cane over here. But I wasn't really reading it. I was looking at the key sphere obtained thing. I saw that, okay, full heal, right? Okay, we can just grab whatever. So I didn't hit the full orbs, right? Put Broly up front. And you'll never guess what happened. You'll never guess what happened. Hit it. So we do get, I think we get damage reduction from super bosses. And I didn't expect him to die here. And yeah, I guess that's partly due to the domain. But yeah, I forgot Gogeta had a high chance to dodge. So maybe I could have put him there. Not sure if he would have been able to tank if we failed. But betting on Gogeta probably would have been better. But then again, this guy is type advantage. So, I mean, yeah. But that's basically why I made this video. Because I made this mistake. And yeah, it's on me. It's on me. I know it's on me. But that just goes to show you that damage thresholds are the worst thing in this game. It's not locking, right? It's damage thresholds. Because the game, this is not the game's fault, right? But the game doesn't tell you how much damage you're doing, right? It doesn't tell you how much damage you need to do. I think, how long have we played this game for? How long has this game been running? And there's still stuff they're keeping secret, right? Why can't I know how much damage I need to do? Why does it say reduces damage below a certain amount? It's not like they put these damage thresholds fights out very super duper frequently. It's like, it will be like a new hardest fight. They'll have a damage threshold, but it will be different to the last one. If we were able to do damage, with these two, and maybe Tech Broly didn't give us normals, right? If Int Broly didn't do 0, he would be dead right now. But yeah, partly because the damage thresholds, and partly because of a misplay on my end. I take full responsibility, full blame, but hey, I get a video out of it, whatever. So yeah, this Broly, he's not even that tough. I'm gonna be real, he's not that tough. This isn't a seriously serious Trunks situation. It would be if I didn't have a Mega, but yeah, yeah. I do think that damage thresholds are probably the worst mechanic in the game. But there you go. I'll see you in the next one. So, coming back to this, it's really got me thinking. Amatsu needs to step up his game. I think he really does. Now, GDC was a hit, right? So far, this celebration, we're looking good, right? But let me put on my glasses. But there are a lot of units that have easy aid, right? A lot of units that have easy aid. A lot of units that have come out that do need the help. Rose, right? He got AGL Rose, super easy aid, right? Anyone else? We can sort by release again. Just a little bit extra. I just wanted to. I want to talk as much as I can, and I might as well put this all in the same video. Put a working max. We'll put release date. So you can see when we in the Rose clones, but we also had boosted AGO. No, boosted Int Rose, right? Boosted Int Rose. Now I think since they planned this stuff out, they planned this yearly stuff out, probably years in advance, right? 12th anniversary is probably already decided. 11th anniversary is probably already decided. I'm locking in Daima. Locking in Daima. Locking in Daima. Gotta say it now. But I think that what they should start doing is they should start boosting units that have easy aid outside of major celebrations, right? First up, where is STR Gojia's boost? Maybe it'll be coming in soon. Maybe it'll come in, part two, who knows? But like, movie heroes, if we look at movie heroes, right? It's not in the greatest spot, but the same, I don't know why I did that, but the same way Tech VB helped out the Future Saga, right now, he's back in retirement. STR Gogeta could do the same, right? If we look at other, LRs that have easy aid, Weapon Max. Let's look at LRs, right? Because they only boost LRs, right? They boosted Baby again, and he was good, right? They boosted the Super Saiyan 4s again, but I think if we just scroll through, we have to go through the LRs of the past, right? Like these two, they got their boost. They've been boosted before, but I think that like Kale and Caulifla, they could get a boost. Androids could get a boost whenever we get a new Android celebration. Maybe Vegeta and Nappa could get a boost. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, this guy, these two. Like, I think what they should, like, maybe even this guy, right? Why not? Next Universe Survival Saga, these two maybe, although they're kind of strong. UI Goku is strong, Vegeta not so much. Maybe these two, and, Broly, I just think it's a good thing. This unit, apart from their guaranteed dodge, they are beyond unusable. But, we just set apart from what makes them usable, right? The high chance, the guaranteed, the support, the damage reduction support, right? Oh no, this is when attacking. Okay, makes sense then. But I think a unit, like an easy A, isn't just, waiting 3 years. An easy A is whenever they feel like it. Whenever a unit needs help, whenever a team needs help, that's when an easy A should happen. And I think the same thing should happen with the boosts. This unit should have been boosted. Same with STR Gogeta. They did that with Rose, right? I think that's really cool. And maybe not just Janemba, right? Maybe not. Because he's kind of, like, he's a new easy. They did it easy in the same year, so I guess maybe Janemba as well. But I really do think that if the team that you're making isn't fully fleshed out, then just boost a couple units, right? You think it's if you think it's gonna be too strong, don't give them too much, right? That's all they really gotta do, right? But like a little stat boost would go a long way in the fun factor, right? I summoned for Rose, right? I summoned for Rose because I'm the Super Bosses guy. We're all leading up to that Super Bosses mission. It's a full story, right? You have to be there. Join the journey if you want. But if we look at Rose, right? We look at Super Bosses. It's not really exactly in such a great spot. Even with all the help we've gotten, like Super Bosses needs more, right? I mean, just look at these bums. This guy, you can't use him. Can't use Broly. Can't use Frieza. And like that, talking about power side, that's different, right? And he loves Algeria and you, but like they gave us this guy's boost. They gave us Super Easy A Rose, and more talking about power side, with Tech Caulifla. So yeah, I just think that boosting units, if they want it limited to only Easy A's, I don't see why they can't, right? Especially this unit, right? Because like Universe 6, they had a celebration tournament participants Universe 6, but Universe 6 is terrible, and partly due to this unit, right? Of course, they easy aid, a full 2 years before the Carnival LR came out. But this is one of the worst EZAs ever. I'll never stop saying that. One of the worst EZAs ever. This might turn into a Universe 6 run, right? But like, they dropped a Carnival LR, and all they had at the time was Hit and Magetta, right? These two didn't have their EZAs. You can't use KO. Oh, they also had these two, but like that's about it, right? So like this was not a runnable team, but maybe just maybe, you boost these two, right? If they want to limit to LRs, there you go. There's your LR. But then if they don't, they could boost Kefla as well. But I just think that boosting is not something they should save for major celebrations, because even if I guess it's kind of just because they last the whole month, where it's just like a 2 week celebration, right? It's like, are they gonna boost, Tech Khalifa for 2 weeks, right? They easily could, but the same way that they managed to screw up their extension of like the the calculation memorial stone thing, and like the whole GDC coin thing, I feel like they would end up going into maintenance a whole lot, because they forget that, oh no, Hit's been boosted, and we need to remove him from the boost, right? It's like things like that. So if they just want to leave that to major celebrations, they can, because these guys, they kind of can't do stuff correctly most of the time. But I think we need to have more boosted units to help out teams that it's like, what's the point, right? Peppy Gals, right? The newest Peppy Gals, not exactly a usable team, right? But they boost Vidal, and suddenly we're looking good, maybe, right? They boost who else? I don't even know, and suddenly we're back, right? We're back. So I think that boosting units should be a good thing, so stuff like this doesn't happen, right? Just to make the missions easier. I know this is a serious EX mission. No, this is the movie bosses one. This is just a regular one. But yeah, boosting should be a thing they do more commonly, and not just for the third years and the fourth years and baby. We need more boost units, right? Anyway, I guess that does it. See you in the next one.